I've been recently doing a lot of discussion and thinking deeply about ideas. And ideas are one of the major impacts on your channel. And coming up with a good technique, and I've got some good suggestions for you on that today. So stick around and see all the different ideas that I have to help you build an idea farm. So, one of the biggest things that I hear is that a lot of the larger YouTube channels do what they call 10 for 10. And that means that they take every day 10 minutes and come up with 10 ideas. Now, it got me to thinking, if I had 10 ideas every day, that's 3,500 ideas a year. And surely, out of 3,500 ideas, you could pick 50 or 100 that are worth making and that could be good. So the idea here isn't just to make, the expectation for a video isn't to have them all be viral, bangers. What other words and terms do you hear for them? But for them all to be quality enough to do it. So the idea is on this first suggestion is to take that 10 minutes every day, build yourself a farm of ideas. Good ideas, bad ideas, it doesn't matter. If you start writing down everything that you're thinking and coming up with a technique to do this is where some people really struggle. I know that I can sit down with a piece of paper and come up with my ideas all day long. But what ends up happening if I'm not paying attention and I don't build the actual farm, what ends up happening is I have 10, 15, 20 sheets of paper with 10 ideas on them, but they're not in a place where I can actually use them and keep track of them and all of that. So I have to either A, use the same piece of paper day after day and have a notebook, which I have an actual notebook most of the time. And then occasionally I'll put them into a computer and get them all sorted and get rid of some of them. But the next idea is once you start collecting these ideas, and whether this idea is, when you're in the bathroom, you have to come up with 3 ideas every day, or when you're get up in the morning, you have to take 10 minutes out of your life to do it, or whether your idea is for every time you finish publishing a video, you have to create another 5 ideas for your list, or 10 ideas for your list. It doesn't matter what the technique is. You have to find something that works for you. But it's not good enough to come up with a list of ideas if you're not sending them through some good filtered criteria. And that means that you need to come up with a list of 5 to 10 ideas of, and I don't mean ideas for videos, I mean criteria. You need to come up with 5 or 10 pieces of criteria to filter out the ideas that don't meet your channels. For example, one of the ideas that I use in my solar channel quite a bit is it even practical for me to build this? A lot of the times when I get into ideas like that, they're very expensive. And because I can't really just go out and purchase $20,000 worth of equipment to build a simple little solar system, I decide that no, this idea has to be eliminated from my list, or I have to modify the idea to something that is achievable, and then go on with criteria. So that's my first criteria. My second criteria is it something that interests me enough to actually build it and to do it? The second one would be, I always ask myself, and this is one that's really, really important for me, is if I'm building a video, my question always is if I took the subscriber base that I have right now and I put it in front of that subscriber base, would they want to watch it? Would the person who watched the last video, the person who just subscribed, or the person who's been a subscription, been subscribed for a year, or the members that have already signed up and that want to see the videos earlier, and that's why they signed up, would they want to watch? And that is a criteria that I always ask myself. And if the answer is no, then it's not a matter of picking a niche. It's not a matter of picking blah, blah, blah. It's a matter of the content isn't going to do well. And I have 3,500 ideas a year. I don't need to build content I don't need that isn't going to do well. So the idea is to take these ideas and filter them through this funnel of question after question after question. And when you get to the end, you're going to have a certain percentage that makes it through. And then rank them based on some kind of criteria. Sometimes I rank them on what makes me the most excited. Sometimes I rank them on what is the easiest to do. Sometimes I rank them on, I may have a walk and talk like this where I want to discuss something and it's simpler for editing. Sometimes I'm in the mood to build something and I just want to spend some time with me and the camera putting something together and doing it that way. So my suggestion is take the time to build your idea farm. Don't leave it to chance, because leaving it to chance is nothing more than saying, look, I'm going to build 100 videos a year and I'm going to hope that one or two of them is successful. If you build the idea farm and you increase that by just 5% or 10%, that would mean that instead of having one successful video a year, you have 5 successful videos a year. That's going from 1% to 5%. And if you increase it even more than that, plus what happens if you all of a sudden find out that 10% of your videos are more successful because you're paying attention to what people that are watching your channel want, because you're building the content that you should be building as opposed to something that was less entertaining or less fun or that you didn't have the enthusiasm to build. This is what will make your channel more successful. Build the solar, build an idea farm. It will pay huge dividends and help you build a better channel that your subscribers will have more loyalty and that you will do better. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Matt. I go by Mattman a lot of the times because I run Mattman's Solar channel, and I've got a couple of other different channels also. This one, I like to share what I use to be successful on YouTube, and I'm hoping that it helps you. If you have any questions, comment down below. And if this helped you, like it and subscribe.